compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now when you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand everything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
What is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Welcome back. Always appreciate you guys tuning in to the live stream. As you can see, got a nice array of pretty good trades. I did tag everybody with the ETH trade in Discord yesterday. I was a little bit hesitant on it. Oh shoot, I gotta we'll keep the stop loss there for now. I'll lose I'll lose a little bit, I think, if let me just see how much yeah, maybe 700, so walk away with $1,000. But yeah, I probably should set that up to, let's move that up just a teeny weeny bit here on the 5 minute up to that low. If we lose that low, it's probably over. But yeah, and then, that's what we're looking at right now. Hopefully, we'll see more stuff happen. If you want more info, kind of on where I'm taking profits on some of these, check out the Discord down below. Try to do a live chat with you guys once a week in there. So yeah. And man, it's interesting, you look at this, we're hitting this point. I mean, some people think we're in a drop here, lose this area. We could, it's possible. When you look at probably the 10 or 12 hour and below, well, really the 10 hour and below, it gets a little hazy. Money flow direction is pretty good, really good in that 12 hour. I like. Same deal with the 16 hour, money flow kind of coming up. You got your VWAP right there. And then trigger wave on the 5-day money flow coming up, trigger wave forming on the weekly right there. Yeah. Right to that point, yeah. We'll see what happens here. I was thinking that we could jump, that we could hold and, consolidate and continue forward. You got a little reverse head and shoulder, not really, just range bound, maybe breaking down on that blood diamond here on ETH. But your larger time frames are decent, so I still think you may have a little bit more at least. Trigger wave on the 5-day. I mean, I wouldn't bet against that. Definitely wouldn't have bet against that. Just wanted to see the ticker on traditional markets down a little bit. Well, down 100 points, so yeah. And then if we look at ETH versus, I was looking at it, kind of reverse head and shoulder situation forming. With the ETH ETF, some people are talking about 5K. It's possible. It definitely is possible. If you look at, especially that 5-day trigger, I mean, look at that jump there. Next jump, I mean, yeah. I mean, you break out of that, you're looking at a new all-time high. You're looking at that new all-time high. So, yeah. Chainlink, yeah, some of these are kind of rejecting from certain points. Yeah, we'll see. We definitely want to see here. I know I wish I sounded more excited. Now I'm just looking at this, but I would not bet against this as of 5 hours to confirm that 5-day bull div. I wouldn't bet against that. I would not bet against that. 2-week trigger confirming, so maybe just a little bit of fear, and then we could continue forward. It's gonna be Bitcoin versus DXY, same general deal. DXY does look a little bit more bearish, I would assume. Potentially coming down farther. Trigger wave to the downside there. Jumping now, though. I would think you would be more in a bearish trajectory a little bit longer. Let's look at Solana here. Like the 5-day, obviously the weekly is pretty good. Well, actually, I should say very good. Very, very good, I would argue. And then if we look at double bottom situation, potentially jumping up a little bit more, a little bit higher here. To 220, that area potentially. Trigger right there. I use isolated, always isolated. Cross is, there's not really a reason to use cross too much. There's certain trajectories with cross where you could save money on fees, but cross is very risky. You could blow out your entire account with cross, so I'd be very careful. Bitcoin 61K. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, if you break down from here, absolutely possible. It's still still not a bad, still a healthy correction. Way down a little bit. And then, yeah. But we'll see. We'll see if we can hold that 3,400 on ETH, which is significant area, obviously, here. Let's see. Trigger to that point right there. Just looking at this market, just trying to hunt something. I mean, let's zoom in a little bit and look at some below VWAP. Yeah, I mean, 15-minute. We definitely need a little bit more time, a little bit more information. I mean, if you just follow basic, big area, you hit off there. So, we'll see. I don't know if I'd bet on this really nuking as of yet, but definitely want to see here. There to there. Yeah, I mean, that's your case for new all-time high to jump up, break up out of that point. Definitely break up out of that point. I want to put on some 538 hertz or something. I need something going. I don't know. Crypto Face is going against Crypto Crow. Try 28 hertz. Focus or energy. Let's see. I need more energy right now. I don't. You guys are making me tired. Drill and moon. Positive energy cleanse. Let's try that. But yeah, and then if we look at funding rates, sideways, neutral. NFTs, somewhat abysmal. The thing I want to look at, let's look at Magic. If you guys know about the Trump NFTs, whether or not you can trade them, I think you can on like Magic Eden. That's the only one that lets you trade them. Other than that, you have to wait till after the election, I believe. So we got about a 1/12 of an ETH. Excuse me, or let's just look at the Matic price. So we got 760, and maybe the Trump Matic and Trump NFTs. You can't help but not be, not be bullish. How could you not be bullish on this? So let's just look at Matic. Yeah, Matic comes up, which I think it might. Matic comes up. Okay, so we're at 0.5157. They're worth about $400 a pop, so nothing too spectacular. But those continue to come up after the election. This pumps. Well, let's see the last time we hit this area. Last time we hit that kind of area, situation like this, you pump up twice as much. So that's $600. Then I think $1,000 a pop at least after the election. You could see. I think as the Fed cuts rates, there's going to be excitement. There's going to be fear, but there's also going to be excitement. If we look at the TLT, just to look at bond ETF, all that. Money flow coming out there. That looks good, obviously, for obvious reasons. Also, 30-year. Potentially coming down farther with that, which I think it will. We just got to wait just a few more months. And then, getting back to that 0.5% down there. I wonder what were mortgage rates at that point that we corrected, because I think it's going to be pretty quickly that we're back at that low there. Come on. I mean, what's going on with this? That's a little completely frozen. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do there. Can we switch on this? Ten-year. I did the wrong one. Come on. Okay, that chart's not working. Oh well. Anyway, I was just curious what it was, based on. We looked at the Dixie. NASDAQ got hit a little bit. Weekly money flow coming out, so nothing too terrible. I would argue nothing outrageously bad. I think the 2-day was the worst thing. You could even argue that's kind of played out already. You can follow the trend on these. I mean, just look at SR points and all that. Generally, you're looking at, the 6 hours getting a little bullish cactus or whatever. Reverse, hidden bull div, potential continuation here. That's what we could be looking at. That's what we could be looking at in the NASDAQ. The thing, too, is, 5% correction. So I like Tesla. I believe it's probably holding up a little bit better in the NASDAQ, and I think it will continue to do well here. If we look at Tesla, NDQ, right to that point. That's what, yeah, I think it'll keep outperforming the NASDAQ. I mean, especially that monthly. I mean, I think you got time ahead. And I mean, the other thing on Tesla too, guys, was I know some money's going back into the Russell 2000, other weird crap, but Tesla, man, trigger on the 2-week. Ooh, I think we got some smooth sailing ahead. Some good smooth sailing. Oh, wait, what is up? CVO, the bullish cactus. Oh, you don't know the bullish cactus? Oh man. The bullish cactus is a 6 hours ago. So you just look at, and shout out to Nightshade. He came up with this, I think. At least that's who I learned it from. So you look at right here. See, it's all blank as you're coming up. You're coming up with price, and it's all blank. And then you get the little trigger wave. That's the cactus. This is the desert, and that's the cactus. The cactus means continuation. You think you're at the end of the desert? No. The cactus. Bullish cactus right there. We have bearish cactus too. I'll show you an example of a bearish. Let's see if we can find a bearish cactus here. You might be not as much, but yeah. But yeah, shout out to CVO Crypto. What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking? I know you were a little bit more on the bear side. I mean, I don't know. If we lose this spider line, yeah, you're probably heading to 61 or something. It's, I could see it jumping up maybe. I could see it jumping up to, based on this money flow. I mean, it ain't in pot. The other thing too that I did on this one. If we look at weekly, is probably the best one to look at this on. See this distance from new all-time high. So that all-time high to new all-time high, new all-time high to the next new all-time high, and then bear market, to the next new all-time high would be around here. So if we were to follow that, let me move this situation here. We'd be looking at a true new all-time high. So now we technically did not make a new all-time high if you factor in inflation buying power. See, this was our all-time high in November 21. Didn't quite get there. We're still, how close did we get to the all-time high? About 1% less. So we still need that one extra 1%. Daily, 200 daily MA, yeah. Not married day, but spine Nasdaq now. Yeah, the thing is, let's look at that daily. I don't look at the 200 moving average too much. I used to look at it more, but the thing what's interesting in that is look at right here. See, that's what's interesting. He came above it a little bit again, and he bounced around, consolidated, then broke upward. I think the same thing even, that was that. Yeah, it's a significant point. If we look at, I was looking at, the NASDAQ here, I don't see anything that bad as of yet. Unless we get kind of this bear div on the 2-week, then it gets a little bit worse. You are hitting, or at least almost hit, a major fib level. That's where it gets more concerning, the 2-day, but that could have played out like I was talking about. So I don't know, hidden bull div kind of forming there in the 6. I don't have any major issues with this as of right now, but we'll see. It could get worse. And if we look at the SPY, that probably looks slightly worse, I would argue. Let's see. Not yet with the 2-week bear div. The weekly, though, no, you're not going to get a true bear div there. So, but yeah, that, like I mentioned, that 2-day is a little bit bear. Yeah. Trigger wave. Yeah, if you follow, that's a bullish cactus. Right there, another bullish cactus forming. You do follow the money flow, though. It gets a little concerning. But if you follow the cacti, We're coming up higher. Yeah, me and CVO was right too. Yeah, with the predicting the Trump, predicting the lion. Man. Oh wait, am I frozen? You guys are still able to hear my webcam? What the hell has been going on with this webcam? I think I'm frozen, but you guys could still hear me. Give me a second. Let me fix this. I'll just do the different one. That is annoying. That has definitely been annoying. Don't know what's that. Yeah, it froze, but now we're changing the other thing. But yeah. That does, yeah. I mean, it does look like you may come down a little bit more. Seeing the crime, at 540, man. I mean, this just shot up from that 500. What are we up from? We're up 12% over the last, man. Yeah, when you look at that, you would assume that we need more of a drop down. I don't know. I mean, what signified that drop down? That was, yeah. I mean, some of these are just, yeah, I mean, bear div, money flow coming down. If it's like that, yeah, he definitely could come down farther, absolutely. If that confirms in a day, yeah. It's starting to get, yeah, S&P 500 starting to, I mean, what are we down with this from 2%? Yeah, so it's not too much yet. What's up, Wonder Bar? And by the way, guys, I think you still could get tickets to Bitcoin Nashville if you want to get 10% off my link down below if you want to come to Bitcoin Nashville. We're going to do some type of meetup, maybe at the conference one of the days. I got to see. It may be easiest to kind of do it at the conference. Forget what day. I think Trump is still expected to speak there, so it's going to be a really good time. So, yeah. That bull div, though, I mean, I wouldn't. U.S. Appeals Court blocks news to. Oh, okay. I don't know. Does that bring the SPY up, or does that have any effect on? Let me see. Is CNBC talking about that? Got to get CVO crypto on the. Got to do a stream. Got to do another collab with CVO. Shout out to CVO crypto. Check out CVO crypto. He does a lot of really good TA guys. He's on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube too, I think. He's done a lot of stuff. Really good guy. Really like his housing predictions too. And let's okay. Yeah, it's starting to look like. Imagine if they replace him with Obama. They should just replace him with Barack and take away the. That's probably the only possible person that probably, and even then, probably wouldn't be Trump. But I'm just saying, like, who are you going to replace him with? Who could beat Trump at this point? Newsom would be a better choice than Kamala, I would assume. But I mean, even none of them. You'd have to go like George Clooney or something. This isn't even big news, Nick, so it's not even big news what you're talking about. They're just talking about Biden stepping down. Like, I mean, did you see the speech by Trump's granddaughter? It was pretty, it's pretty good. She's really good at golf. I'm surprised they let Barron's probably, I don't know, maybe Barron didn't want to speak, but I think she's like 17. She's Barron's age, and they let her speak, and Barron couldn't. Surprised they, yeah, and the thing too with, I mean, the thing too with the polls is that generally, don't the polls favor, like right after the convention for like Democrat or Republican, aren't the polls more in favor? Like, don't, like after the Republican convention, aren't the polls normally more in favor of the Republican or a little bit more bent towards the Republican, and then vice versa for the after the Democratic convention? But I mean, it's going to be very hard to freaking come back from, if we look at, if we look at, I mean, I don't know what was it for Trump Hillary in 2016. What were the odds at this point? Was it 70% or 80% Hillary, 20%? I don't know what the hell it was. But you're not even, you have Biden as 7% here, so you're a little. Biden has COVID, yeah. 61 Kamala. That's what it's. Let me see. What is CNN even saying? Because they've been dumping on Biden. I mean, isolated from corner. Louder calls privately voiced concerns. Yeah, polls obviously show he can't win. He did say if the polls show he can't win, he would drop out. So it is. I would say 60% or more. But I don't know if that's the best thing to do. You might as well just die with dignity. You know what I mean? You're going to have Kamala probably even get killed worse, potentially. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's really... I mean, the only way to really beat Trump is to assassinate him. That's the only way. And what we saw so far... I don't want to get crazy here, but Alex Jones has some major concerns of all people. I'm going to be putting my name's going to be in a folder now, probably. Tiger Woods. Oh yeah, where is the Open Championship? That's in Europe somewhere. Is it in the UK, I think, or Scotland or some shit. Open Championship. John Daly's playing in the Open Championship. Yeah, it's a major of Scotland. Yeah. Has he played golf with Trump? That's true. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like Woods is kind of... I mean, he probably doesn't really follow politics or really care. He's kind of just chilling. He's still playing, though. But, I mean, he's definitely way past his peak. He's considered the best golfer of all time, right? Is it Tiger Woods? Is it Arnold Palmer? I don't even... I think it's Tiger Woods is the best one of all time. The best one now is, I think Rory McIlroy's up there. The one that's favored to win the Open is, I forget who the hell it is. It's that younger guy. He's in his like 20s, I think. You look at somebody like John Daly and you're like, oh my God, you can't believe that guy could even walk. I'm just looking at freaking CNN crap, but it is, yeah. It seems like they're gonna give the chance to Kamala Trump, and she'll probably lose against Trump. That's why she was adamant about debating, because if that's the thing, and then that's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting, very interesting to see what happens here. Coming back up a little bit. We got to try to get some of those bull divs or whatever. What's funny, guys, is they're like repairing something for the water in my building, and we don't have running water, but my reverse osmosis tank kind of came in handy because it fills up, so got a couple gallons of reverse osmosis filtered water. I installed one of those. Pretty good investment right there. I don't know. I think we could come up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of a patience game here, I think, you know. A little bit of a patience game. I think they've got to convince. I think he's getting more receptive to dropping out of the race, Biden, just because it looks so. I mean, let's look at the latest polls too. Real clear polling. I mean, oh, these just came out. I think, yeah, Florida Trump Biden. Okay, that's what you'd expect. I mean, that's kind of what it was last time, and Biden still won, so it's not completely. Yeah, you would assume that Biden would do better than Harris based on that. Well, Biden doesn't necessarily need Arizona. Oh, they did a bunch here. Let's see, Arizona, Trump. Oh, okay, yeah. He's going to get, yeah, I mean, he's going to get back. Virginia, 2 points. Okay, Virginia's competitive. Michigan, 3. That's interesting how. Because you would think Michigan would be more likely to go red than Virginia. Which, yeah, it does show that in these polls. Nevada, yeah, we know Nevada. Man, yeah, these polls are really. See, North Carolina, Trump versus, yeah. I mean, won North Carolina last time. Trump, Pennsylvania. Yeah, this is. Oh, what's up? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I don't know what. Singularity X. Appreciate the super chat. Let's look at it. Sure. I looked at Big Time the other day. Big Time. I don't know too much about it. I've heard mixed views on the fundamentals on this. Can it come back? Yeah, I mean, it looks decent on the weekly. It's hard for me to really, make a. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. This is a bull div. Yeah, I would argue this is a bull div on the 5-day. It looks decent. I mean, the trade with this. I mean, the sky could be the limit if you're, if you like the fundamentals on this. I mean, let me just. There's some weird ass glitch with TradingView with the tool here. But yeah, I mean, the sky could be the limit with this if you could. I mean, a 1-to-1 would be up to there. I mean, you could go higher easily. You could do something. I mean, trying to hold these areas. It could be risky. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that looks like this, but you got a decent shot. If you like the fundamentals, I'd say go for it. DCA or whatever. But yeah, it can recover. Will it recover? I don't know, but there's a decent shot. ApeCoin was, yeah, I mean, I always like to look at this one, 81 cents, down a little bit, 79 now. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like some of these, we'll see what happens. How about this one doesn't really, yeah, Unique Yacht Club, trying to do something. I mean, I can't be that bearish when you're looking at how this looks on that 2-week, that weekly. I can't be that bearish on this market. I really can't be. That's the thing. Just, I mean, you may lose 3,400 here. Looking better at the moment. We may lose it, but what I can say is I don't think you're completely done here. I think we may have a, more of a string upward. Helium too, is that still going? Yeah, she's still trying a little bit. What was that? I mean, there's some esoteric ones that I haven't looked at in a while. Oh yeah, this one went crazy, then completely nuked. Yeah, I'd probably stay the hell away from this. I mean, some of these lower low ones are concerning. How about, there's some old ones that are just vaporware, I forget what vaporware even means. Like a video game that'll never come out or something. Trying to come up there, yeah. Dash. Not much happening there. VRA was one that people had liked. This, I feel like, has a chance. That making a higher low, that has a chance, I think. Excuse me. I mean, that's, the main things to stay the hell away from right now are probably NVIDIA. I mean, that 2-week bear div, yeah. I mean, the little sphere there. But it still could go a little bit. Like, it still probably will, follow the S&P 500 or whatever. But I would argue you got a decent shot of, bleeding against the NASDAQ. Apple down a little bit. I mean, potentially coming back to 220 or something, but bullish cactus. And by the way, guys, if you want to join the Discord, where we give a lot of these, I gave this, the ETH trade setup in advanced 2,000 realized profit. That did really well. That one I gave in the Discord in advance, tagged everybody with that setup. It wasn't like the most confident thing because, I mean, I had some other, trades that were a little bit more confident, but that one did well. And if you want one for a month, if you sign up to any exchanges down below, deposit at least $100 and open a support ticket with your UID. I'll give you one free month in Discord. Also, if you also deposit $100 and do any, futures trade in any of those exchanges, I believe you got a really good shot of at least, getting something. FAIRDESK, you'll probably get a $100 bonus. We announce that in the Discord every week. BloFin, you'll get the $30 bonus, I believe. And Bybit, you might get something. I forget exactly what it is on Bybit. People ask me about, what exchange to use. If you don't want to use KYC, BloFin and FAIRDESK are the best options. I don't think you need a VPN for either of those, at least as of now. Regulators do get up your butt sometimes. If you're comfortable KYCing Bybit, it has higher liquidity, easier to get, trades filled. If you're more of a whale, got big kahunas, Bybit could be the better bet. I move things around. Those are the main three I use right now. Bybit, FAIRDESK, and BloFin. FAIRDESK kind of is the main one. I can't complain about FAIRDESK, but BloFin's great as well. I have a big account on FAIRDESK that I've kind of built up over many months. This is a $52,000 account. I started with about 10 or 12 grand in this account 8 months ago, 7 months ago, something of that nature, later last year, and it's been a nice ride. Realistic, slow gains here. And yeah. So yeah. Just looking at these polls, I mean, Wisconsin. Let's just look at the normal. What is Virginia? That's all. Oh, yeah, they're really pulling Virginia because, I mean, what would this, because people are talking about, have they done any Minnesota? Minnesota is one that definitely could tie. That's a tie. How about New Hampshire? They probably haven't even been polling. Oh, okay. Okay. Trump had new. That's a poll from a couple weeks ago, too. How about, is there, okay, yeah, I don't think he's going to. How about Colorado? I'm just looking at ones that maybe could. Okay. They haven't pulled Colorado in a while. They're going to do more poll. How about Oregon? Oh, did I just do Oregon? I'm starting to get senile here. Yeah, that's probably not going to, but, oh yeah, Maine. Ooh. That's a while ago, too. Yeah, there's definitely, and then the funny thing is if you look at 538 with that, it still says Biden's favored to win. Even with all these new polls, like, what is going on with this? It's a little weird. I don't know. Let's see, 2024 election map. Let's look at that. I was messing with it yesterday. I mean, if you're looking at, I don't think New Jersey's going to go. Did they do any polling for, I see New Jersey. New Jersey's out of the north. I don't know, New England, or is New Jersey even? I don't think it's in New England. I think that's just the Northeast, let's say. Biden 5. Biden said, yeah. But if you're looking at what could be in the works here, Oregon, I don't think, but Colorado, New Mexico, maybe. But you're looking at, yeah, Maine would probably go outright, Nebraska outright. I mean, Romney even got Nebraska outright. So, I mean, this is looking like a landslide. Now, Democratic Convention, they put Kamala in. You know, there's a little bit more, let's say, coherence. Coherent speaking, let's say. I mean, you're still looking at Minnesota and play New Hampshire. Most of these still would be in play. I think Virginia would get a little bit more blue. But you're still looking at a decent Trump victory, regardless. So, yeah. Trigger wave, money flow coming out. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely want to see if we hold this. Maybe we lose this. I mean, people are saying we're going to lose this. We'll see. Man. Cardano is gonna always finds a way to just disappoint everybody. Rejecting from that, yeah, it's the one that's really getting hammered. But bull div on that, what was that, a 15-minute or something? Yeah, it could get a little jumpy here. Because you got that high. Yeah, that area I would think would be something somewhat significant, and you're hitting it. So, I mean, if we're going to jump, it's going to be right around where we are from where we are right now. Potentially. But yeah. Anyway, guys, probably not too much else to really talk about. Does CNBC have any interesting articles? There's treasuries slightly up. Socialist AI. Probably watch. It's gonna be all the liberal states. Guarantee you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Nevada. Georgia, Utah, Arizona. So Florida's number one. Wow. Yeah, I mean Florida's the place to be. This time in history. Volvo. What was I gonna look at here? No. It's too long of a damn ticker. They gotta change that. That's mobile. E-mini futures. It's down. I mean, this came down quick. What is, like, what's zero hedge looking like? Like, what are they saying? I haven't looked. Okay, yeah, that's what they're talking about, yeah. When? About the victors. Okay, yeah. Read aloud and no. Oh boy. No carbon tips. That's funny. That's funny. That's always. You read the no card aloud. That's funny. My father used to always do stuff like that. Always would do stuff like that. I think he would do it purposely, but that is funny. I mean, he was young when he did that, so it's not. Let's see. Yeah. Was there a video of him doing that? Let's see. Wait a second.
So yes, this November we're going to make America great again.
Wait, is it Trump's Project 2025? What? Oh, Project 25. We'll look at town in a second. I just want to read this article.
So it's all about treating people with dignity. And it's about making sure that, look, I mean, for example, look at the heat I'm getting because I named the Secretary
guy, you know, he sounds so bad.
First high-speed rail line. It's going to take you from Las Vegas to Los Angeles in 2 hours. Great. Or 30,000 tons. And guess what? Save billions.
Hey, iCoins, I could see it.
Pollution. Because people
When is that gonna, the high-speed train from Vegas to LA? I wonder when that's coming. Let's see here. They're thinking Parkinson's, yeah. That's what it is looking like. They're trying to cover up. It does look like Parkinson's, yeah. Which kind of sucks. I mean, probably the stress of the job. Well, if you're doing the job. I mean, he can walk enough. I mean, for 82 years old, his walking is not that bad. Getting into the car would be, yeah. It's at that age. It's just a sad part. That's how it is a lot of times. Yeah, I think that at this point, yeah, it's looking like. Yeah, I would say that's a pretty accurate statement. Let's look at Dow. Apologies for waiting so long to take a look at it. Wasn't there more data on this on some exchanges? Yeah. Right there, double bottom situation. Yeah, I do see what you're looking at, yeah. A few other things look this good too, so 73. Right to there. Yeah. Yeah, I think you got a good shot, potentially. I mean, where could you go? I mean, you probably could double up to, yeah, more than double up to new all-time high. Some of these new ones could do very well, obviously, yeah. I mean, Caspa, that's the new one that's really been on a tear, I guess, you know, on the macro here. Well, then again, your damn high from February 24 hasn't been extended yet, but if you break through this, you may be looking at a double, 30 cents or more. I forgot how good Zero Hedge is. Some good articles. Talk about soft landings for commerce. Oh, there's a recession. Yeah. Depends how you define soft landing. I mean, The thing too that I want to go back to, and this is the other time we had high inflation before the 70s was around World War II. Curious around how that looked on, if we really zoom out here on the S&P 500. So that was Great Depression, that bottom, and then it was around here. So you had, you had your first bottom there, and then, but I mean, it's different in so many ways. That was the start of that awful decade. Bad decade. Let's see what. 1908 to 20-year good period generally. Although a little concerning in the, let's say, good decade, bad decade, good, and good decades ahead. So, yeah. But if we follow this, pattern here, you would be looking at the 20-year kind of theory thing. When does this start? This starts around, 2010, let's do. And then you would be peaking around, late around 2030. Where does that bring us up to? That would be a trajectory up a little bit higher there. If you're comparing this to 700 and 1200, compare it more to that area, you're looking at that 20-year period, 700. Let me just see something. Let's do a price range. 10x maybe. I'm looking at 8,000 by end of decade. I don't know. And then we correct. But yeah, I think you guys definitely could be right about Dow. The other newer one, Injective, that got slaughtered. Not slaughtered as bad as Dow, but yeah. How about SEI? There's been a few. That area. Yeah, decent bet, I feel like, really came down. Just like probably Dow would be the better bet. I don't know. It's all about diversity in these alts. You should have some new ones, some old ones, I have like 30 alts, so I have a lot of shit. It's like a dot on the, it's not, some of these will do something, I would imagine. Cardano's still trying to outperform, Bitcoin a little bit here. Still trying to make a higher low. That monthly bull div might be something brewing here. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna, conclude this stream. If you guys are interested in the Discord, link in the description below. If you want one free month in Discord, if you send to any links down below, deposit at least $100, open support ticket in Discord. I'll give you one free month. Always appreciate if you guys smash the like button. And I will see you guys in the Discord. Goodbye.